Hey everyone, hey wellness crew, welcome to Yoga with Jenna. I am so excited that you're here and joining me for this practice. We're going to go ahead, we're going to begin with sun salutations. So we're going to reach our arms up nice and high, breathing in, swan dive to a forward fold, exhale, walking our hands forward into plank, then into hovering, upward dog, tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Stepping our left foot forward, the right one meets it, forward fold. And slowly rolling up, separating our feet just a little bit, opening up the palms of our hands, so that way we are in mountain pose and taking a few deep breaths in this position. From here, going ahead, raising our arms up overhead, breathing in, swan diving into a forward fold, stepping our feet back, so we're in plank, coming into hovering. Remember, in hovering, only the palms of our hands and the balls of our feet are in contact with the mat or mats. Coming into upward dog, shoulders back and down. Then going ahead, tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Relaxing our heads. Stepping the right foot forward, the left one meets it, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. Okay, we're going to come into a little bit of a combo flow. So we're going to start with chair. Then from chair, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your right arm back into archer. Extend it back forward. Bring your left arm back in archer. Extend it forward. Coming to standing. Bringing the arms back around again. Into chair. Then into archer on the right side. Then the left side. Coming into standing. Letting our arms flow. Coming up, back around, and back into chair. For right side archer. Left side archer. Extending and going through this process 3 more times. Coming into mountain pose, taking a few deep breaths. Beginning to work on our balance just a little early today. We're going to go ahead and lift our right leg up off of the mat, You can have your knee bent. If you want to extend it, you absolutely can. Keeping our hands in that mountain position, bringing that leg back down and lifting up our left knee. And going ahead and switching. And lifting that left knee. And lifting the right. And lifting the left. Bringing our legs nice and wide. Bringing our hands to interlaced on our lower back. We're going to fold forward. And we're going to go ahead and let those arms fall forward as well to the best of our ability. Really stretching out our chest and shoulders. Relaxing our neck, relaxing our head. Bringing our arms back to the small of our back, slowly rolling up. Bringing in our heels, coming into sun pose with our palms facing up. We're going to do a little bit of a variation by coming onto our toes and then coming back down. Toes, back down. Toes, down. Coming into standing, going ahead and walking our feet in together. We are going to come into a laying down position on our mats. We're going to go ahead and be on our left side first. So we're going to start in a side plank. Very good. You can lower yourself down. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start with our hands, excuse me, our legs extended. We're going to bring in our knees, both of them, okay? From here, what we're going to do is we're going to extend our top leg straight out and our bottom leg straight down. Bringing them back to knees bent and extending. Back to knees bent, extending, knees bent, extending, knees bent, extending, knees bent, extending. Got two more. Knees bent, extending. One more. Knees bent and legs extended. All right, awesome. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to extend that left leg, the bottom leg. We're going to have our right knee in contact with the mat. All you're going to do is lift that leg, or lift the leg up with your knee bent and bring it back down. It doesn't have to be as big as mine. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to come onto our other side and do exactly what we just did. So starting off in side plank. And coming back down. Going ahead, having our legs extended, then bending our knees. And as we know, the top leg is going to extend out, the bottom leg is going to extend down. Coming back to bent knees. Got two more. All right, and then from this bent knee position, we're going to go ahead and extend that right leg down, have our left knee and the inside of our shin, our foot, they're in contact with the mat, and then we are going to lift it up. It can be a small lift, it can be, like a more full lift. It doesn't matter either way, okay? Awesome. All right, coming back onto our other side to repeat it again. I like this little combination. What I like is that we're targeting certain muscles that, yes, we do hit, but there's specific muscles that we're targeting, especially like with our glutes. I love side plank because we're targeting our obliques. That helps with like our waist. And it's also just nice to kind of have fresher movements once in a while, things that are different, things that haven't been introduced in this series yet. So coming up onto our side. All right, awesome. Lowering back down, starting with our legs extended, bringing our knees in. The top one goes out, the bottom one goes down, and bringing them back together. Last one. All right, and then from here, we're gonna extend that bottom leg, which should be your left leg, if you're following what I'm doing, or maybe we're mirrored. It's cool. We're gonna go ahead and have our right knee, the inside of our shin, our foot in contact with the mat, and then lifting up and lowering back down. Exhaling as you lift. Awesome. All right, evening it out. Final time. This time on our right side. And with these with these yoga socks, so a family member got them for me. And I swear to you, I feel like my feet are in a gang or something, like the way that they look. So ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Okay, coming up onto our side. That's been bothering me, so I had to say something. And releasing our hips down. Having our legs nice and fully extended. Then bringing our knees in towards us. Our top leg is going to extend out. Our bottom leg is going to extend down. Halfway. All right, awesome. So from here, with our knees bent, we're going to extend our bottom leg. That top leg is going to have the knee, the inside of the shin, and the foot on the mat, and lift. Awesome. 2 more. Perfect. All right, coming on to our backs. We're going to go ahead and go into a bridge flow. So we're going to lift our bottoms up off of our mat and then bringing them back down, inhaling, exhaling as you lift. Three more. Bringing our knees in towards our chest for a nice stretch. Releasing our feet back onto our mat. And now we're going to do knees to chest for some ab work. Halfway there. Awesome. Okay, so from here, what we're gonna do is almost kind of like being in a cobra position, sort of. We're gonna be on our forearms, but our body's still gonna be in contact with the mat. So from here, we're gonna come onto our knees, tuck our toes underneath, get into like a plank, bring our knees back down, and bring our body back down. So up onto our knees, tucking our toes underneath to get onto our feet, bringing our knees back down, and bringing our body back down. And 8 more. I almost went straight to plank. Five more. Three. Last one. All right, awesome. So from here, what we're gonna do, let's hope my mic doesn't get too rowdy in case I hit it. We're gonna extend our arms out to our sides with our palms facing down. We're gonna start with our left leg. We're gonna let it carry over our body, seeing if we can get our toe in contact with the mat. Ideally, your shoulders would still both be on the mat, so even if you just get to here, that's okay. But, you know, I do me. I'm just saying for safety reasons. And bringing that leg back. Coming on to our other side. Or doing the other leg, I should say. Not trying to break you, Mike, I'm sorry. And bringing that right leg back down. Let's see, did I turn it off? Nope. Okay. Well, I don't think it's broken, so that's a plus. All right, so from there, we're going to come back into child's pose. Let's have our knees nice and wide this time. Really extending and reaching with our arms to get a nice stretch in our upper body. To really feel that stretch in our back. Okay. Now, all we're going to do for balance today, outside of what we did a little bit earlier, which is like a little warm up, we're just going to do crow. That's all. So we're going to have the palms of our hands on our mat. We're going to bring the lower part of the thighs around our knee, our elbows, and then hold ourselves up. Coming back down. And coming back up. If you can. Let's see. Close enough. All right, let's go ahead and get into that pigeon pose. Starting with our right leg in front. Coming down onto your forearms if you can, from your palms to your forearms, to forehead to forearms, to arms extended and forehead on the mat. All right, perfect. Walking our hands back if they were fully extended. Bringing our left leg forward, having our knee nice and bent for left side pigeon. And walking our hands back, coming into a seated position. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our right leg on top of our left. We're going to bring our hands into prayer pose, and then we're going to turn, bringing our left elbow into our right thigh, getting a nice stretch in our spine and in our lower body as well. Coming back to center, going ahead and releasing our hands, switching out our legs so that way our left leg is on top, bringing our pants, our hands back together for prayer position, and then going ahead and twisting to our left side with our right elbow coming into contact, or our upper arm coming into contact with our left thigh, having that nice twist in the spine, but also feeling the stretch in our lower body. All right, releasing, coming back to center. We're going to go ahead and get onto or into a seated saddle position so that way we can get into full saddle. So we're going to go ahead, start by being on our forearms and our elbows. If this is comfortable for you right here, stay right here. You're totally good. You're golden. If you can get a further stretch, or you want a further stretch, and it's not uncomfortable in the sense of hurting, right? So there's always that big difference between what's comfortable and what's uncomfortable and what hurts. If you feel a little bit of discomfort, but you know that you're lengthening and you're not hurting, or you're not having any sharp pain, you're not having any sort of signs of that you may injure yourself, the uncomfortability is good. That means that you're doing good things. That means that there is tightness, there is tension, there is, spots that you need to work on. Now, for me personally, I have incredibly tight psoas, so it's these muscles that are right here. And I've gone to a Rosti. They really helped me, and this was years ago, like probably back in 2016. And they really, really, really helped me out. I knew the doc pretty well because he was at our box. So I like doing stretches like this to where we're stretching out the not just our quads, but our entire kind of upper part of our lower body, as well as this area as well, because it does need to be worked on. So many times we're stuck seated for whatever the reason may be. For me, even what I realized is I started to kind of take more accountability of how I spend my time, which I actually do a really good job of it. But I was like, a lot of the things that I do are seated. So I read like a lot. It's just kind of difficult for me to read on a screen. So I read a lot of books and stuff. And typically when you're seated, that's what, you're reading when you're like sitting down. And if I'm walking and reading, it's like impossible for me because I'm like, I'm going to hurt myself or hurt somebody else running into them. So it's just like making like the conscious choice to maybe like stand up after a little bit or whatever. So that's what I've been doing. But really keeping like a journal of how you spend your time, breaking it down into however many minute increments that you would like to, has been so helpful for me recently. And so that occurred to me and I was like, let me share that with you. Anyways, sometimes I get in that stream of consciousness. All right, we're going to slowly come back up out of saddle. We're going to go ahead and extend our legs forward nice and straight for one of our staples, reaching up nice and high and tall, and coming forward into a straight-legged forward fold. All right, from here, slowly rolling up. And now all we have left is Shavasana. So, having our feet, our entire body relaxed onto our mat. Ideally, I would like for you to have your palms facing up. It is having your body language be in an open position and open to receiving whatever the universe, your higher power, whatever is supposed to come your way that is positive, that is helpful, that is transformative. That's what I believe that signifies. So keeping our palms open facing the sky it's a small component of it, but it's so helpful. And setting an intention for the work that we just did and for whatever else you have planned for your day. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Having your exhales be longer than your inhales. Imagining a white light start at the very top of your head, embracing the entirety of your head, your ears, your face, the entirety of your neck, your shoulders, your back, your chest, your stomach, your right arm, your left arm, your pelvic area, your bottom, your right leg to your ankle, your left leg to your ankle, your heels, your arches, the balls of your feet, in between your toes, the tops of your feet, and your toes. So you're covered in this white light that's healing, that's restorative, and relaxing, so you can carry it with you the rest of your day. Coming on to our right or left side, coming into a seated position. That was Yoga with Jenna for today. I appreciate you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you were here and that we did this practice together. I'll see you on the next video. Be well, stay wild.